Okay, final frontier. We have number 6. First thing I'm going to do is diagram this out. And here, let's say we got positive, negative, positive. Okay, cool. Okay. So I look at this and I try to determine, is it series or is it parallel? Well, turns out this is just a monster filled with a bunch of parallel things. So it's actually going to be one of the easier ones from this page. And let's see, we got R1, R2. It's a shame. These have been fun. And we have 30 voltage. Now that I've diagrammed it out, now I'm going to set myself up with all my variables that I need to fill. VIRT, V1, I1, R1, V2, I2, R2, V3, I3, R3. 4 of them. V1, V4, I4, R4. Not a big deal. Look at that, 25 problems-ish. Not really. They give us stuff, and we're going to list what they give us. VT is 30 volts. Boom, you're done. R1 is 8 ohms. R2 is 4 ohms. R3 equals 2 ohms. R4 equals 4 ohms. All right, so what do I know? This is parallel. So VT equals V1 equals V2 equals V3 equals V4. This is all true. So I can just copy this down the row. Now current adds up together, so we aren't ready. I guess, you know what? You could just do V equals IR. You could just push that right through. There's no shame in that. Yeah, and these should all add up to your total current. So let's find our total resistance. Let's just jump there first. RT equals, 1 over RT equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2, yada, 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 yada. So 1 over RT equals, let's see, 1 over 8 ohms plus 1 over 4 ohms plus 1 over 2 ohms plus 1 over 4 ohms. Common denominator, 8. So let's go 1 over 8 ohms plus 2 over 8 ohms plus 4 over 8 ohms plus 2 over 8 ohms. So I get these all the same and I multiply them through. So, 1/2 ohm is the same as 4/8 ohms. So now let's add. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9/8 equals 1 over RT. Cross multiply, we get 9 RT equals 8 ohms. Divide 9, and you're going to get 9 ohms. And what is that? It's a low number, that's for sure. Resistance, that isn't much. So we get 0.8 repeating. RT equals 0.8 repeating. Whew, ohms. That's a lot of numbers. All right. Current for resistance. Current total equals current 1 plus current 2 plus current 3. Yada, yada, yada. So if I did my numbers all right, all I got to do is do some simple division, and we have ourselves a beautiful day. So what I'm going to do is, for number 1, V equals I times R. So 30 equals I times R. 30 divided by 0.8 repeating, we end up with 33.75 amps. Okay, on to number 2. 30 divided by 8. That's V divided by R gives me I. We end up with 3.75 amps. Third one, 30 divided by 4 gives me 7.5 amps. Beautiful. Number 3, 30 divided by 2 is 15 amps. 30 divided by 4, I think we already have that, 7.5. Okay, and now to check, let's see. We have 7.5 amps plus 15 plus 7.5 plus 3.75. We're good. We have now determined all the values of all the electronics in this circuit.